position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Coming out with it, it's Orlando. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Ball.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Second down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Foster. Makes the grab. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. Finds a little space. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got some room, it was over.
Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. This crowd, full throats, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Nice move there. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
And the Bulldogs are in the hurry up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Red pass, it's complete. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Foster. It's caught. At the 40, there he goes. So important to... These third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run.
Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the right. Lots of room to run. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. He'll run it again. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Foster. With the catch, it's Farmer. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Moves away as he feels pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points.
Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Saw a crease, nothing nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Orlando. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to throw, it's Foster. Grab near the sticks, it's Farmer. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Keeps looking downfield. The throw. Got a man. It's Farmer. And tackled there by the defense.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
He's going to fire deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown time. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run. And
he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Motion from the back. Now they'll run it on the toss. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
They'll try to get outside. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down. Trying to seal the edge on the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this run. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the move, he fires. He makes a catch. 1st and 10.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Fires into the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the 2nd half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to the ground game on the left. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Try to get it to the edge. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tough.
And down he goes back at the 3.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Fires to the big fella.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. They're third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Look out, he's got room. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Foster. Now improvising. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, the sweet feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got the tight end outside. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To the air on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And how about the running back showing you a little agility, maybe a little toe tapping on the sidelines? He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Caught in the backfield, it's John. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive. He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Using his legs, it's Algier. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Wants to throw. It's Foster. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. The snap sets up the throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Quarterback gets enough. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Foster. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he's coming, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Grabbed by the kicking team.
I always love to look at the effort on special teams. A lot of times, punt returners are going in for a touchdown, and what happens, somebody comes out of nowhere, takes a great angle like this, great angle, gives this defense a chance to at least survive and not give up a touchdown.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown time! And the punishment has been extended.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, if that guy's good, you might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. You can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls and fires complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. Back to throw, it's Foster. Makes the catch. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Looking to scramble. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. And some room to work. Turning it on.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back has it. Down the middle, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
He's going to let it go. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Algier. And into the end zone. Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball bounces out of bounds in the end zone. It is a turnover and a touchback. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Foster. On the move to his left. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking for a man. It's Foster. Fires to the big fella.
And this offense continuing to spin the football back, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who...
Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. On third and long, they need a big completion. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The pitch to the left. Got room to work. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a